Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the one I've actually been waiting for. I pre-ordered this and then it got delayed in the mail, but I finally got it. My Paradox Power Commander deck from the Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering series. Yeah, I've actually been waiting for this for a while. This is the one I wanted the most because it has the 12th Doctor in it, which is my favorite Doctor. Um, and yeah, it was actually really cheap to pre-order because people don't like the 13th Doctor. But I figured, what does the popularity of the Doctor have to do with the cards inside? So I was like, I'm gonna grab this and pre-order it before the price jumps up. And the very next week after the after I ordered it, the price jumped up. So yep, I was smart in doing that, and I'm very proud of myself. And I'm glad I got all the decks, especially the 10th Doctor one, because that thing jumped up to like $100 on online. Gosh, prices are crazy. All right, I'm practicing doing this on my table. Um, Recording this on my table because I'm usually doing it just a different way, but I never recorded it on this. So let's see if I can do this. Let's get, come on, oh come on. There we are again. And this time I did not, what do we call it? I did not pre-open the collector booster sampler pack. So, you get to open that and see it for the first time with me. I mean, my first pull was really, really good. Here are the plane chase cards. I don't think anyone's really interested in the plane chase stuff, which is sad because I'm really excited to play that because it's just something. It's just a way to spice up the original game. Anyway, there's Yasmin Khan. There's God, these little things are so awful. These things are really, really bad. Look at this thing. It got really like, ugh. It barely fits the cards when they're sleeved. Just go to your local game store and get a deck box. They're like they can anywhere range between $5 and $10, $5 and $20. I guess if you want to get something nice. There's the plane chase dice. Okay, here we go. Let's actually get that out of there. There you go. I love this thing. I love that it's all, sparkly with stars and stuff. Anyway, so, yep. Life counter. And the little poster thing that explains how the deck's supposed to work, or the mechanics of the deck. There's the deck right there, but let's take off the wrapper first. Do our best not to surgical precision here. Try not to. There we go. Try not to damage anything here. Oh gosh, where's my trash can? Oh, it's way over there. Dang it. Whatevs. Hey, you know what? I got a trash can. Wait 1 second. Here we go. Perfect trash can. Bam. Owned. Wizards of the Coast. Boom. Got him. Alright. Before we get into this, yeah, there's the little hard cardboard cover thing. Whatever. Her art could have been way better. But anyways, yeah, let's crack open. Let's remove the chaff of this first. But yeah, I want to do the collector's pack first in a second. Let me just separate all these. Osgood is a token? The frick? She's a token? What the hell? Oh, Osgood Operation Double. Okay, hold on. We'll look at that in a second before we do anything else. Okay. Right here. Alright, here we go. The first one I pulled was very good. I got Everybody Lives, which was like a really expensive card at the time. It was going for like $80. Full art Surge Foil. Full art, borderless Surge Foil. Yeah, come on. Oh, God, did you see that? Oh, the corner bent. It looks okay to me. Yeah, okay, that looks still pretty good. All right, let's see what we got. And bam! I hate these things. I hate your... Oh! Okay. It's not TARDIS, or it's not TARDIS frame, but that's fine. And... what is this? Vine Glimmer Snarl? Okay. So this was a whiff. Enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or land card from your hand. If you don't, enters tap. This is what they call a fast land. I think that's what they call a fast land. Because you could tap it for either one, like on turn one, as long as you have another land in play. But hey, not too shabby. I mean, you know, could be better, but anyways. Let's put this away so we don't hurt each other. Hurt ourselves. I mean, hurt each other. Shit. The treasure token is the key to the TARDIS, and that's what? Alien Warrior. That's an ice. I'm sorry, but that's an ice. That's an ice warrior, sir, not an alien warrior. Okay, Osgood Operation Double. Okay, let's see. It says. Well, you can read it too. I'm sorry, my brain is just like disconnecting. It's late. It's as it always is. It's 2:30 in the morning as I'm recording this. Let's see. Taps for colorless. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of artifact. And it has Paradox on it, which is whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, investigate. Hold on 1 second. There you go. Pushing that little lock on the tripod here. Clue token. Food. Okay, what is this? What is that? It's like a sandwich with like cheese and pickles or something. What is this art supposed to reflect? I mean, who's eating that sandwich? Alien Warrior, Alien Rhino, Jadoon Platoon on the moon. Jadoon Platoon on the moon. Copy. Alien, yes. Alien treasure. Copy. The weird food. Copy. The fob watch from the 13th Doctor's run. Which is a clue token. Beast. Okay, we got a 3/3 beast token. And fish token. Oh, from the 12th Doctor episode with the thing. Human, what? Oh, that's specifically, what do you call it? Ryan's mom from the 13th Doctor's run. Human 1/1 Ward 2. Alright. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. How about that? Okay. Let's get to the actual deck. Come on. I didn't realize how, like, good the lands were. Like, I didn't realize, I didn't even pay attention. I didn't realize how many good reprints are. Like, good reprints, you know? But it's the lands, you know? And they're really good lands. So it's like, it's like necessary for like, you know, these lands needed to get reprinted, you know? There are the ones that like you pay a life to untap it. And so many others, but seriously. Anyways. So here's the face commanders. 13th Doctor. I say commanders because Yasmin Khan is right there because every doctor needs a companion. Speaking of companions, well, they probably should have been a companion at some point. Gosh, let's do this. Yeah, like that. There's Danny Pink. And should I explain what this girl does? She has Paradox. Whenever you try not to get the glare. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. And it has the ability Team TARDIS, which is at the beginning of your end step, untap each creature you control with a counter on it. So just casting your commander counts as playing a card from not your hand. Casting a spell from not your hand, from anywhere other than your hand, that counts. So just casting her, she'll get a 1/1, or you can give something else a 1/1. So it's funny that you just playing your commander triggers the ability. And then Yasmin's here to exile stuff. So that you tap her, and she will exile the top card of your library so that you can play it from exile. So that's the main point of this deck, is to cast things from either exile or from, you know, the deck, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about the deck. Danny Pink. Let's see. It has Mentor, of course, because he's a teacher. He's Human Soldier Advisor. He's a soldier in the show. That's his past. He was in the war. And an advisor, because now he's a teacher. That's excellent. Mentor, +1/+1. Creatures you control have, whenever one or more counters are put on this creature for the first time each turn, draw a card. Okay, so activating the 13 Doctor's ability actually let you draw. That's not bad. And then how much is the Doctor? Oh, she's a 3. That's fantastic. So you can actually get that engine popping off real soon. And then here's the original Osgood. And you can make a token copy of it like she's a Zygon. That's so funny. When you cast a spell, create a token copy. Take a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. Tap and add colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact. And it has Paradox, just like the 13th Doctor. So I'll do my best to go through as fast as possible. I'll just cut through the lands real quick. Twice Upon a Time, which is an adventure sorcery. And the sorcery adventure is called Unlikely Meeting, and it's search your library for a Doctor card, reveal it, and put it into play. Put it into your hand, then shuffle. And its regular ability, sorcery ability, is cast this spell. It's a double sorcery. How about that? Cast this spell only if you control 2 or more Doctors. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Twice Upon a Time. I mean, you're really just doing this so that you can get it out into exile and then cast it. You know what I'm saying? Or cast it from your grave. I think that's how it works, right? You play the adventure cost, pay the adventure cost, and then when it leaves the field, it goes into exile, and then you pay this cost in exile, and they can cast the other sorcery part. And then it says exile Twice Upon a Time. Does that mean you can just keep casting this over and over again? I forget how adventures work. Someone has to remind me how that works. But yeah, the whole point is you're casting it from outside of your hand. But anyways, Become the Pilot. It's an enchantment aura. 3 and 2 blue. Enchant non-commander creature. Nice. No stealing commanders. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets 2/2 and can't be blocked unless it's attacking its owner or a permanent its owner's control. That is freaking hilarious. Okay. Quantum Misalignment. This is such a good card. It's 4 and a blue. Create a token that's a copy of a target creature you control, except it isn't legendary. Pretty good sorcery. It also has Rebound, which says if you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. You're going to see a lot of abilities like that. Nardole! One of my favorite companions. Oh my god, my hand hurts. My arm hurts. Excuse me. 13 minutes in, only got down, 4 cards. Nardole, it's 1 in a blue. Tap it for blue for each... add blue for each counter on Nardole. That's what it says. Spend this mana only to cast non-creature spells, and it has Undying, which is when it would be destroyed, it comes back with a +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, so the more the 13th Doctor gives this counters, +1/+1 counters, the more it taps for blue. So there you go. Flatline, which is also another really good card. It's 2 in a blue, instant. Creatures your opponents control have base power and toughness 0/1 until end of turn. Get fucked. Rip. Bill Pot, that's such a cute picture of her. I wish it was her in the denim jacket, like her first outfit, but anyways. 3 in a red. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Bill Potts, or activate an ability that targets only Bill Potts, copy that spell or ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn, and Doctor's Companion. It's all right, I guess. I have to target her though. Into the Time Vortex, which is 4 and a red. Oh, I love this. Sorcery. It has Cascade and Rebound. So when you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card, and you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. And you put the exiled cards on the bottom, the other exiled cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order. And it has Rebound, so you can cast it from. So this lets you cast something from your deck, and then you can cast this from Rebound. Cast this with Rebound again. So it's just good. It's just good. Can't hate on Cascade. Dan Lewis. Oh, he didn't get enough screen time. He's 1 in a red. Creature, and it says non-creature and non-equipment artifacts you control are equipment in addition to their other types, and have equipped creature gets +1 an O and equip 1 cost. Doctor's Companion. Let's see. Non-creature, non-equipment artifacts you control are equipment. Okay, so it just turns your artifacts into equipment. I guess. Not very strong. Flaming Tyrannosaurus. This looks like it's in the wrong set, but this is from the first episode with the 12th Doctor. And the evil clockwork robot set the Lady Tyrannosaurus on fire. Go watch Doctor Who. It has Menace. It's 5 and 2 red. And it has Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Flaming Tyrannus deals 3 damage to any target. Then put a 1/1 counter on Flaming Tyrannosaurus. When Flaming Tyrannosaurus dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Did I not read one back here that had Paradox? I just kind of like went, yeah, it has Paradox, whatever. Yes, Osgood is Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, investigate, which means it makes a clue token. Did I miss any others? I better not have, so I'll be very upset with myself. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's Flaming Tyrannosaurus. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. This dude's not the greatest companion, but man, this card. Anyways, Ryan Sinclair for 2 and a red. Whenever it has 2/2, whenever Ryan attacks, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If it's a spell with mana value less than or equal to Ryan's power, put the exiled cards not cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. I have a very sick deck idea as one of the commanders. I saw one of the people who helped make this whole thing. Someone who worked for Wizards of the Coast, I saw on Twitter. He posted a deck that you could use that card with, and I'm gonna try it. Seems real nasty. Anyways, return the past. Trying to get that in frame. There you go. It's 4 and 2 red enchantment. As long as it's your turn, each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. Its flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. So this just helps you to cast more things from outside of the deck, from not your hand, which is really, really good. Don't know about that cost though, but anyways. But the power, the effect of it is insane. Impending Flux, sorcery, 2 and a red. It has Paradox. Impending Flux deals X damage to each opponent, and each creature they control, where X is 1 plus the number of spells you've cast from anywhere other than your hand this turn. So it'll do that, and then it has Foretell, which is 1 and 2 red. During your turn, you may pay 2 and exile this card from your hand face down. Cast it on a later turn for its Foretell cost. It's so funny. This thing does so many like hand tricks, you know. It's very funny. I love this. This is my favorite deck, honestly, to be honest. The Flux Saga, which is 2 and 2 red. The first chapter, let's see, the first one is the Flux deals 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls. 2, 3, 4, and 5 are exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. And 6 is add 6 red mana. That's not bad. I would kind of just want to skip straight to the last one, but or or maybe just keep, doing 2 through 5 over and over again. That's really awesome. That's a really good idea. That's a really great one. Ah, here we go. This one's a beast. Sisterhood of Karn. One in a green creature, cleric, Sisterhood of Karn enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. And it has Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Sisterhood of Karn. Not add another counter, but double them. And you're going to be casting spells from outside of from exile or whatever, a lot. So that's pretty sick. Graham O'Brien. It's one in a green. This is him when he was a janitor in that one episode. Don't remember the name. Sorry. He has Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, create a food token. So not bad. He's a 2/2. We need to see more of these types of guys in the show. Carvanista, Loyal Lupari. We need to see more Lupari. They're a dog race. See, he's a dog warrior, and they protect humans. So his first ability, the adventure ability, is Lupari Shield. Humans you control gain indestructible until your next turn. Nice. And his creature ability, once you cast him from exile or cast him from outside the game, whatever, as a creature, he has the abilities Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. And whenever Carvanista attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each human you control. So he's just all around good for the humans. Oh, here we go. Good Saga. Fugitive of the Jadoon. I don't know if it's good, but it's cool that this is an episode that the episode's on a saga. Anyways, it's 4 in a green, and the first number 1 is create a 1/1 white human creature token with Ward 2 and a 4/4 white alien rhino creature token. That human token wasn't Ryan's mom. It was her before she finds out that she remembers that she's a Time Lord. Okay, never mind. And then 2 is Investigate, which is make a clue token. And then 3 is you may exile a human you control and add an artifact you control. And if you do, search your library for a doctor card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So basically, 1/1 you make her as a human. 2 you make a clue because she's investigating that she's a human. Sorry about the light. And then 3 is the human is gone, and now you replace it with her as the doctor, and you can give her an artifact. You can give her a sonic screwdriver, or you can give her the TARDIS. Usually it's the TARDIS, like if you want to keep it consistent with what happened to the show. But anyways. The Foretold Soldier. It's 2 and 2 green. The Foretold Soldier must be blocked if able. The Foretold Soldier can't be blocked by more than one creature. So it's like opposite of Menace. Whenever the Foretold Soldier deals damage, exile it face down, it becomes Foretold. Foretell has a Foretell cost, 1 and a green. During your turn, you may pay 2 and exile a card from your hand. Face down, cast it on a later turn for its Foretell cost. So basically, when this thing deals damage, it gets exiled face down, and then you can cast it for the Foretell cost to bring it back. Unless it gets killed, and then it'll just go to grave. So it just comes in, does 6/6, and then does 6 damage, and then leaves. And then you just pay 1 and a green to bring it back. Oh gosh. It is late. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is someone. Great deck ideas come with this command. This is a commander. It's River Song. She's 1, a blue and a red, and her ability is Meet in Reverse. You draw cards from the bottom of your library rather than the top. And also spoilers. Whenever an opponent scries, surveils, or searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on River Song. Then River Song deals damage to that player equal to its power. Just the idea of just stacking the bottom of your deck so you can play cards from the bottom of your deck is sick. Ah, here we go. The couple. We have Madame Vastra, and then there's the other side of the card. The flip side, Jenny Flint. Let's read Madame Vastra first. She's a 2 green and a blue partner with Jenny Flint. And Madame Vastra must be blocked if able. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Madame Vastra this turn dies, create a clue and a food token. She's a 3/3. And then Jenny Flint is 1, a red and a blue. Here we go. Partner with Madame Vastra, first strike, training, and whenever you sacrifice a clue or food, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. And of course, you can't have the 2 of them without the third one. Strax, Sontar Nurse, 3, red and green, Vigilance and Trample, grenades! How can I be quiet? It's 2 in the, almost 3 in the morning, shit. Sack 2 and tap him. Sacrifice an artifact. Choose a player at random. When you do, Strax fights another target creature that player controls. He's a 5/5 too, so he's pretty big. And he also has the ability Glory of Battle. Whenever Strax deals damage to a creature, put a 1/1 counter on him. Sorry. Here we go. Here's my doctor. He's arrived finally. The 12th Doctor is here. I kind of was hoping to pull on in the booster pack, but but yeah, he's 3 blue and a red, and his ability is he's a 4/4, and his ability is the first spell you cast from anywhere other than your hand each turn has Demonstrate, and whenever you copy a spell, put a 1/1 counter on the 12th Doctor. So Demonstrate is when you cast a spell, when you cast that spell, whatever spell, and give it Demonstrate, you may copy it, but if you do, you choose an opponent to also copy it. So the stack will go, I play the spell, it's now copied, and then I give the opponent a copy too. If they choose an opponent to also copy. Okay, so they don't get a choice in it. So yeah, their copy will resolve first. So there is some shenanigans you can do with that. I did see something online. There's a card that says end your turn. It just it's an instant, I think, and it just ends the turn. And if you don't win the game in your next turn, you lose. You just fully lose. So the thing is that when you cast the spell, Demonstrate, you get a there's your card, it gets copied, gives it to your opponent. Your opponent's copy resolves first, so the turn just ends and your copies don't even resolve, they don't count. And now they have to beat you in 1 turn or they die. Or they just completely lose the whole game. Really disgusting. But that's pretty damn good. Anyway, here's the Fugitive Doctor. She's 3 red and green, and when the Fugitive Doctor enters the battlefield, investigate. And whenever the Fugitive Doctor attacks, you may sacrifice a clue. When you do, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback with the cost 2 red and green until end of turn. It's a 4/4. I'm already seeing decks being made of this one. It's Me the Immortal. Excuse me. She is, I mean, I can't see right now because I have something in my eye. 1 second. 2 green, blue, and red. She's a 3/3, and her ability is at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put your choice of a +1/+1 first strike, vigilance, or menace counter on her, and counters remain on her as it moves to any zone other than a player's hand or library. So if it dies, it keeps all the counters it had. You may cast me. Yeah, you may cast it from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other costs. So, not bad. I'm already seeing some stuff that you can just, some decks that people were running with it now. Looks interesting. Okay, Frost Fair Lorefish. It's 5, a blue and a red, and 7/7. She's big. And when Frost Fair Lorefish, God, that's a tongue twister, enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue fish creature tokens. Guys, just me, my mouth is just bad. And 2 tapped treasure tokens. Fish you control have haste and can't be blocked by humans. And it has a foretell cost, so you can cast it outside of your turn. So you'll pay 2, throw it away, and then pay that cost to cast it later. I wonder if you can foretell in the same turn. And here's Lunar Hatchling. This is when the Doctor destroyed the moon. No context. It's 4 green and blue. It has flying and trample, and basic land cycling at 2, and an escape for 4 green and blue cost. It's a 6/6. All right. See me doing this. I'm like, ugh, my back hurts. God. I've been doing this for half an hour. You didn't hear me drink water. You didn't. Okay. So damn cool. Look at this. Look at this. It is Heaven Sent, the saga. That is blue and red. The first and second chapters are investigate chapters. They're called chapters, right? And the third one is Heaven Sent deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then if an opponent has 0 or less life, draw 7 cards. Otherwise exile it, and you may cast it this turn. So you can just keep recasting this over and over and over again from exile. But you have to make sure that you save a red and blue when this third chapter resolves. But that's an exciting card to play, because it just keeps coming back and going through everything. So you're going to have a constant like clue token engine, generation going on. Oh gosh, sorcery, Last Night Together. Tears for this moment. It's 3 green and red. Those are the Towers of Beryllium. Don't, I'm a nerd. Choose 2 target creatures. You untap them, put 2 1/1 counters on each of them. They gain Vigilance, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase. Oh god. Only the chosen creatures can attack during that combat phase. I wish you could also, with this, bring out an artifact. Bring out a 2 or 3 cost artifact, because that would be the Doctor giving River Song her sonic screwdriver. I'm just saying. But okay, speaking of River Song, here's River Song's Diary. It is a 3 cost artifact. It has imprint whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell from their hand. Exile it instead of putting it into a graveyard as it resolves. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more cards exiled from River Song's Diary, choose one of them at random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. So you get to cast their spells from outside, from not your hand. There's some really good stuff here. I can't wait to play this round. This is the deck I'm the most excited to play around. Okay, this is the Confession Dial, the one that the Doctor was trapped in one of the best episodes of all fucking time. It is a 3-drop. When Confession Dial enters the battlefield, surveil 3. I don't know off the top of my head what Surveil 3 is. I think it's just look at the top 3 cards of your deck and then rearrange them in any order. I think. Don't quote me on that though. And its tap ability is target legendary creature card in your graveyard gains escape until end of turn. The escape cost is equal to its mana cost, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Oh my god, yes, of course. We're going to get the Doctor's going to escape. Oh, 1 second. God, my back really hurts. Let's do this card here for a second, real quick. We're just doing 12th Doctor references now. Okay, here's Clara Oswald, probably the best commander here. Companion, in my opinion, I mean. She's a 6-drop, she's expensive, that's fine. She has the ability Impossible Girl. If Clara Oswald is your commander, choose a color before the game begins. Clara Oswald is the chosen color, so she's able to go with any Doctor. If a triggered ability of a Doctor you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. And it has Doctor's Companion. It is 2/6. Just look at her one more time. Okay, good. I'm not simping, you are. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go to the next one, which is Chaos Warp, which is the art is the Doctor, the 12th Doctor being transported to the confession dial. It is 2 and a red, and Chaos Warp does. The under target permanent shuffles it into the library and then reveals the top card of their library. It's a permanent. If it's a permanent, they put it onto the battlefield. So you can get rid of something, but you might accidentally give your opponent something. Good reprint, good reprint. Cursed Mirror, is this a reprint? Artifact, taps for red. As Cursed Mirror enters the battlefield, you may have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield until end of turn, except it has haste. Speaking of reprint too, another reprint, great reprint, Carpet of Flowers. It is 1 green enchantment. At the beginning of each of your main phases, if you haven't added mana with this ability this turn, you may add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of islands target opponent controls. I think you should just main this in every green. You should just put that in every green deck, because, I mean, yeah, you might whiff, but, you know, a lot of people play control these days, so yeah, just do it. Okay, we got some lands coming up. Trying to see if I can skip to the... Skip. Okay, here we go. No, you don't get to see it. Well, some of it's shit you've already seen. But yeah, here's Dreamwork Cascade, which is enters tapped unless you have 2 or more lands. That's a slow land. There it is. Temple of Mystery. Enters tapped, you scry 1. Vine-Glimmer Snarl, you've already seen. Waterlogged Grove, pay 1 life to add green or blue. I'm not just going to go through them. You, just trust me, they're good. Desolate Lighthouse. I said I was going to go through them fast, and I meant it. Rockfall Vale. Oh, hello, sweetie. Rootbound Crag. Temple of Abandon. Why is this the Temple of Abandon? It's the castle the 12th Doctor was in when he was playing guitar while standing on top of a tank. No context given. Again. What is... Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. What is this? Can't tell. Anyways. Oh, it should say right there. It says Cinderglade, but I'm looking at the... Here. I was wrong. The trees are not your enemy. They're your shield. This is the episode... Okay, this is from the first episode of the 12th Doctor when the trees are overgrown and a bunch of crazy stuff happens. Anyways, Sheltered Thicket. Temple of Epiphany. Trust me, these are fantastic lands to have. Frost, Boil, Snarl. Why are you doing this? Do you see this? Do you see that? Are these cards new or not? God. Frost, Boil, Snarl. Storm Carved Coast. Excellent. Fire the Islet. The Game Trail. And of course we have Exotic Orchard and Gallifrey Council Chamber. So let's... Oh, whoop. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So let's go back to these things here. Familiar Artifact. Ooh, damn it. Familiar Artifact. Psychic Paper. Psychic Paper becomes attached to a creature. Choose a creature card name and a creature type. Equipped creature has Ward 1 and it can't be blocked, and its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type. So yeah, and there's the TARDIS. We know what the TARDIS does. I don't want to go through the Sonic Screwdriver. Here's the Sonic Screwdriver with the 13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver that she just made. Start the TARDIS. Okay, here's a new one. It's 1 in a blue sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw a card. You may planeswalk. Isn't that just... To Surveil 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. I was going to say, isn't Surveil 2 and draw just scrying? But anyways... It has the ability Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other cost. Then exile this card. Nice. So many cards that let you cast them from the grave. Alright, this is Surge of Brilliance. 1 in a blue. It's an instant with Paradox. Draw a card for each spell you've cast this turn from anywhere other than your hand. And it has Foretell for 1 and a blue. So it's just a draw card. But hey, more the merrier. Irax, Empress of Mars. That is the queen of the Ice Warriors. Yes, I'm a nerd. Shut up. It's 2 and 2 red. It has Trample and Battle Cry. Whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1 until end of turn. And Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, create a 2/2 red alien warrior creature token, and it has 5. It's 5/4. The Memory Worm, which is a gross thing. Hold on. There we go. It is 1 and a red. Ugh. And it has Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Memory Worm deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards a card, then draws a card. Put a 1/1 counter on Memory Worm. It is a 1/1. It's not too bad. Wait, is that when you do damage? When you cast a spell from anywhere? Okay, good. It's like, what? And Decaying Time Loop. It is a 3 and a red instant. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. It has the ability to retrace, which says you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other cost. I freaking love it. The Jarring Witness. It is 1 and a green. It has Flash and Bear Witness. Whenever another creature dies, if it was attacking or blocking alone, exile it and investigate. It's 0/4. 1 second. Okay, the next one is Truth or Consequences. This is a great episode. The art's from a great episode. It's 2 a red and a blue, and its ability is Secret Council. Each player secretly votes for Truth or Consequences, then those votes are revealed. You draw cards equal to the number of Truth votes, then choose an opponent at random. Truth or Consequences deals 3 damage to that player for each Consequences vote. I don't like the whole politics type of cards. I don't know. Too much work to get people to vote for what you want. I don't know. Anyways, I'd rather have a card that just does what I need it to do, and I don't have to ask anybody's permission to do it, you know. So, anyways. Enchantment Aura, bigger on the inside. It is 3 a red and a green. Enchant artifact or land. Enchanted permanent has tap, and target player adds 2 mana of any one color. The next spell they cast this turn has Cascade. Holy shit. Oh my god. That is kind of pricey though, I will say that. But it is a big effect. This ability is Wreck and Rebuild. It is 1 a red and a green. And it's a sorcery, and it says choose 1. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or mill 5 cards, then you may put a land card from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, you can play land, but you know what? The cost is actually not too bad. I wish it was cheaper. Because, I don't know. I just think getting the land out sooner kind of doesn't make sense to do that later in the game. I don't know. I would want it to be at like 2 mana. Anyways, here's an Arcane Signet. We're hitting the reprints of the rocks, the Mana Rocks, Arcane Signet, Soul Ring. Oh, Ponder, which is 1 blue. So that's the art of the what do you call it? This is what I'm dealing with here. I'm like, here are the cards, and I'm like, that. See, and I'm like, stop it. Stop. They're like sliding around. Anyways. I'll just make a separate stack. Shit. Right. Pondered 1 in a blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. You may shuffle. Draw a card. I haven't seen this one before. Think Twice. It's a 1 in a blue. Draw a card. It's instant. Draw a card, and it has flashback for 2 in a blue. Oh, this is when. Oh, should I even say it? Yeah, it's when. It's when it's a good episode. It's the season finale of Capaldi's first of the 12th Doctor's first season. You should watch it. It's fantastic. That's really great art. Anyways, really great art. Preordain for 1 blue. Sorcery, scry 2, then draw a card. Throes of Chaos is a 3 and a red sorcery. Has Cascade and Retrace. So, cast it and then cast it from your graveyard again. So, it's just, yeah, get the Cascade twice. That's fantastic. Cultivate! Here's the reprint. 2 and a green. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards and put one on the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand and shuffle. Search for Tomorrow is 2 and a green. Let's see. Sorcery, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. And it has Suspend 2, so you can suspend it for 1 green, and then in 2 turns it'll play. So that's not too bad, actually. I can think of worse, just, you know, lengths of time you'd have to wait for it. But anyways, Farseek. Here we go. Another reprint. Farseek for 1 and a green. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Beast Within for 2 and a green. What is that art? Anyways, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token, so you can destroy something big, but give them a 3/3 smaller, something perfectly smaller. Growth Spiral for green and a blue instant. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield. So, hitting the reprints here. And also, yes, these talismans got reprinted too, which is great. Of course, this is the Talisman of Curiosity, which taps for colorless green and blue. And if you do green and blue, it deals 1 damage to you. And the Talisman of Impulse, which taps for colorless, red or green if you want to. Also for red or green if you want to deal damage to yourself. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good trade. Okay, and the rest of it are the lands, which I separated into a separate stack because I just wanted to run through it fast. There's Rogue's Passage, Frontier, but I can't even pronounce that thing, but you can see what it does. It taps for, it's a triome, it taps for 3 colors. Reliquary Tower, which is a picture of Gallifrey. Myriad Landscape, which I assume is blah blah blah, the place in Greece that is blowing up that my brain won't figure out. Pompeii, God, fucking fuck. Anyways, Temple of the False God, Path of Ancestry. These are in some of the other decks too. Command Tower with the 12th Doctor's TARDIS. I'm so glad that's not the 13th one, because the 13th Doctor's interior of the TARDIS was ugly. Sorry. Ominous Cemetery. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 islands, 1, 2, 3 mountains, and 1, 2, 3, 4 forests. Okay. What do we think, guys? Do you think this was good? Was this a good? I think it's fantastic. I love the idea of casting things outside of your deck, outside of the deck, you know, to do stuff. I mean, I put them down and I'm like, oh crap, I realized the tripod is up too high. Anyways, that's the deck. Oh my god, I am so glad. I'm gonna sleeve this immediately. I want to start playing with this like right away. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking out the whole 49 minutes coming up, and thanks for watching, and I'll try to upload more videos more often, okay? Hopefully they're not as long, but these decks are, there's a lot to go in, there's a lot to cover. But anyways, thanks guys, bye.